Since the 1960s, hoaxers have believed the moon landing was fate in order for the United States to win the space race against the Soviet Union. Others believed it was to increase NASA's funding. In the 1970s, NASA launched 2 spacecraft called Viking 1 and Viking 2 on missions to Mars. Both spacecraft photographed the surface of Mars and sent images back to NASA. Ever since then, conspiracy theorists are certain there's inhabitants on Mars. A recent find by NASA on the 22nd of December 2016 found a large amount of underground ice, as well as long streaks of damp soil, which means there's water on the planet which was once thought dry and uninhabitable. This is significant in that it means that Mars is capable of being home to microorganisms, and therefore life in general. This is not to suggest that there is life on Mars, just that it is now possible that there could be. Scientists also found proof of complex form of organics, the type which contain carbon, the building block of life. An Indian probe has caught images of Mars that appear to show a crater on its surface. This has prompted many to speculate that there was life on Mars at one stage, which was all destroyed due to a nuclear attack. This has been propagated not only by far-out theorists but also by physicists and astrobiologists. The nuclear isotopes in the atmosphere of Mars are said to resemble those of hydrogen bombs on Earth. In this video we take a look at strange things found on Mars. I'm not saying that any of these prove that life exists on Mars. I'm going to leave that for you to decide. Recent news surfaced suggesting that an alien snake was spotted on an image of Mars taken by NASA. Earlier this month, NASA released high-resolution images of the red planet showing rocky formations similar to that of national parks in the US. However, instead of studying the rock formations, conspiracy theorists claim they saw an image of an alien snake lurking between the crevices of the rock formations. From the enhanced photo, an image of a long figure that resembles the snake descending the rocks was circled and highlighted to show people that there was indeed something in the photo. Conspiracy theorists say the photo is enough evidence to prove that there is life on Mars. However, NASA continues to deny the allegations. The high-resolution camera of one of the NASA rovers exploring the red planet has detected a very mysterious bright light. Researchers are unsure as to what this mysterious phenomenon is, and at the time were investigating all possibilities. The photo in question was taken several years ago, and has been analysed by scientists at the US Space Agency at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California. They failed to answer what causes the mysterious bright light that appears to be coming from underground. The image has given rise to all sorts of speculation of what might cause the mysterious light. Most skeptical viewers believe that we are actually looking at cosmic rays. Because of the fact that space is filled with radiation and Mars has a very thin atmosphere, high-energy particles, a form of radiation known as cosmic rays, hit the red planet, and may not be blocked by the atmosphere or the geomagnetic field as it occurs on Earth. The brightness that seems to come out of the Gale crater as seen in the photograph of the Martian horizon isn't really a light, but a cosmic ray that struck Curiosity's camera when the rover was taking the picture. However, the downside of this explanation is that the mysterious light does not appear only in one photo. In unofficial statements, Justin Mackey, a scientist at NASA and expert in images, said, "It's possible that the flash was produced by the reflection of the sun on a Martian rock. When these images were taken every day, the sun was in the same direction, west-northwest from the rover, and relatively low in the sky." Mackey also noted that the light appears only in the right camera of the probe. When an object appears in both rover cameras, it would be possible to explain the anomaly's origin and distance to it, but if it doesn't appear on both cameras, it's very likely that we're actually looking at cosmic ray bombardment. However, we cannot verify that since strangely it has not been possible to verify what it is because of the image on the second camera was blocked out. Here's a recent picture allegedly taken on Mars by the Curiosity rover that has caused quite a stir in the UFO community. Posted online by NASA, the following image clearly shows a dish-shaped object flying across the horizon. Unfortunately for NASA, they could not discard this as a weather balloon, plane or even a bird as they usually do, because the picture was allegedly taken on Mars. Conspiracy theorists say that photos like these prove that extraterrestrials inhabit Mars, while others believe this could be space debris or even a smudge on the lens. Let me know what you think. There is a long history of seeing animal shapes on Mars. The red planet being an especially attractive target because it's so tightly associated with the search of life in space, and because we just have so many pictures of the surface to dig through. conspiracy theorists zeroed in on a portion of a panoramic photo taken by NASA's Curiosity rover in September 2012. These viewers spotted an object that looked like a rat lying between two rocks. While it's a creative idea, the Mars rat is unlikely, scientists have said. The red planet has extremely cold temperatures, is baked in radiation, and lacks a thick protective atmosphere like Earth's, making it an extremely hostile environment for life. Elongated skulls have been found all around the planet. From Asia to the Americas, thousands of mysterious-shaped skulls with fascinating characteristics have been discovered by numerous archaeologists. The truth behind the elongated skulls has remained a profound mystery, as mainstream scholars are unable to account for some of the details behind the elongated skulls. However, it seems that the phenomenon isn't only present on Earth. According to UFO hunters, strange-looking elongated skulls have been discovered on the surface of Mars. In the past, UFO hunters have made dozens of discoveries on the surface of Mars suggesting the red planet was once inhabited by extremely advanced alien civilizations. Conspiracy theorists have identified what they claim to be a skull on the surface of Mars. Paranormal investigators described it as being the skull of a herbivorous dinosaur. They even labelled the image, marking out significant parts of the skull such as teeth, jaw, and a nasal cavity. In one of the images being backed by NASA's very own robot, researchers claim to have found a pyramid half buried in the Martian soil. A huge debate was initiated among people in social media whether the structure Curiosity had found was an actual pyramid. Later, another image had surfaced the internet showing what appeared to be another pyramid located on Mars. While there are many people who remain skeptical about the fact that Mars was once inhabited in the distant past, and that this is just another coincidental rock formation of the red planet, there are others who believe that it's very possible that the red planet was inhabited by intelligent beings in the distant past, and that the geometry of the structure suggests it's an artificially created construction, and is not in any way pareidolia or tricks of light and shadow. People who have looked at the image say that the angles and lines of the pyramid are believed to be a telltale sign that differentiates a natural formation from a man-made one. If you look at the surrounding landscape where the pyramid was found, you will notice there are no similar pyramid-shaped formations anywhere in the vicinity, but geologists believe that it's nothing more than a natural rock formation. There's an increasing number of people who believe that NASA's rovers never left the Earth in the first place, and the pictures they are allegedly sending back from Mars are taken in remote areas of our planet. So where are they? First of all, evidence suggests that the pictures that we see on NASA's website are not even taken by Curiosity and Opportunity rovers. It's very possible that by now both rovers are stored in a hangar, somewhere at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory headquarters, and have been replaced by their smaller and more practical baby brothers. One of the supposed locations where NASA is playing around with these small rovers is Devon Island, Canada. It's worth noting that Devon Island is the largest uninhabited island on Earth, which seems a pretty good location for a fake Martian photoshoot. NASA base in Devon Island, Canada, even without the colour filters, seems strikingly similar to Mars. The brain has evolved to be able to distinguish faces and other significant objects in crowds and within the environment in general. This is known as pareidolia, and it's claimed that humans use this to enrich the imagination, and to see things that are simply not there. Another theory contends that humans cannot deal with logical gaps, and thus tend to make up things that fit. It's difficult for many to admit they do not know or are not sure about anything. Thus, alternative theories are invented to instigate themselves as a person who knows the way things actually operate, as opposed to dealing with the fact that the typical person knows relatively little about space, physics, or extraterrestrial life forms. It's possible that life does exist on Mars, and NASA has made this its prime objective. This possibility is slim given the small amount of water available. No life has been found as of yet, and until life is found, any claims are fraud or speculation, based on third-hand information gained from photos published by the National American Space Agency. So that was the Mars conspiracy. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so don't forget to leave a comment.